Everybody, it's Agent, and today in front of me I have Titans Return, Dreadnought, and Overlord. I was at Walmart the other day and I saw this guy and thought, well, I think I'm just going to have to pick him up. He looks kind of cool. So here he is. And to begin with, let's go with what's in the box. So on the outside of it, we have a picture of him in Headmaster jumping off of his head there, or flying off. We got Titans Return, Dreadnought, Decepticon, Overlord, Leader Class, ages 8+. On the side we have the logo. On the other side we have a bigger picture of him. On the top, logo. Bottom, UPCs, authentications. And on the back, we got our product shots. We got him standing, his jet, his tank, his base, his Titan Master, and he takes 20 steps, and of course I wouldn't want you to miss out on that. So now that that's done, let's get you right back where we were, and I'm not gonna throw this box. I told somebody I would not throw it this time, so if you're listening, very gently set down. In the box it also comes with a set of instructions, which I don't usually show the instructions, but in this case I wanted to. They really weren't that great, but we should all be used to these instructions by now. I miss the good old ones. It was color. And we also get his card, which we know how I feel about these. So Titans Return, Decepticon Overlord, there he is, that full picture of him getting his head taken off. Well, I shouldn't say it's being taken off. And then on the back, it's got his stats. So his strength is 14, his speed is 10, his firepower is 20, and of course, he's smart. Smart at 12. And I also said I would not toss this. So here we go. Very gently setting it down. So as you can see, he comes in two parts. We have a tank. There's the barrel. And a tank. Back of the tank. Bottom, you can kind of see what that is. And the top of the tank. And we got Dreadnought in the cockpit here. I'm going to take him out. And by this time, we should all know what a Titan Master looks like. So there he is. I've noticed that, you know, the more you spend on a Titans Return figure, the more painted their guys are, the Titans. So you can see his face has some, what is that, copper coloring to it? But, you know, the detailing is all the same. His bending is all the same. Ball joint the same. Face on the back, which is very well painted. It's not a very happy face on there, though. So we'll put him off to the side, because we all know what a Titan Master looks like at this point. So going back to the tank, it does not move. The turret does not move. I kind of wish it did, but design reasons it can't. And then we have his jet, plane, jet, whatever you want to call it, spaceshipy thingy, and it is in black and gray and purple, and on the bottom we have some clear plasticky bits, and you can kind of see how that's going to work out too. I mean, it's, you know, it is what it is. It's kind of cool though. He does have one accessory, but that is on here. This is his gun, which that's why it doesn't, it just pegs right in. You can take that off and you can place it on here right in that hole if need be, if you would like. He also has some landing gear that kind of comes out on this. So yeah, there he is. He's kind of cool. I like the fact that he breaks into two. So if that means anything, it means it's going to be a parts former. Things come off, things go back on different locations. So for comparison wise, I decided to pull out, for the tank, I pulled out a tank. And I know I haven't done this guy yet, but I've had him for a while. I just haven't done anything with him. I don't know why. But as you can see, the tank Blitzwing is a little bit on the bigger side. I'll get that off. And for jets, I have that guy. What is that, Slugslinger? Yeah, I found him the same day I found him. And I will do a review on this guy. In fact, I will probably do that one next because I really like him. I really like him. In fact, I think I like him a little bit more than I like him. So, putting him off to the side. And there we go. So, first thing we'll do, oh, I should probably show you. You can combine these two together when they're a plane and a tank. You just open these panels up right there. And if you look on the side of the tank right here, you can see that little spot. You can put that tab in there. And on the other side, put that tab in there. Come on, go in. There you go. See, carry him. So he can fly away with his legs. The one thing about that though is it doesn't hold very well. I don't know too many times people are going to be doing that, but so he's actually got 4 modes is what the box says. I mean, he's got tank, he's got plane, so that's 2 of them. He also has a battle station mode. So I think what we will do is we will get into that, because right after we do that, we can do the bot. So you want to first remove his gun, and then you flip him over, and you just want to separate these a little, and his hips will come out. And these, I am just going to leave those where they are, but we're going to separate that, and we are going to turn the top of the tank inwards. And from there, we're going to take this big old post, and we're going to slide that right on top. So as you can see, we're already almost to bot mode, but we're not going there. We are going to base mode. So after that, what you will do is you will take these bits and you will pull them off and clip them into place. And there we go. Well, I don't know what you call those, like air vents, foils, something like that. But there's a tab right here, which goes into right there. It's a little hard to see. And when you close it up into this mode, you got this tab that just goes onto. So that's how that works. Next step you would do is you would fold that up like so. And you take his wings and you fold them in. You take his legs and you separate them a little bit and you turn the whole thing. See that? The whole thing around. So you're pretty much, you want it to look like that. Give him the splits, and after he's got the splits right here and right here, you bend those, bend there, and what you can do from there is on that spot you can pull that out. That's your combiner port. Close that back up. I say combiner port, but it's more or less the port for connecting it to other bases. Let me readjust us here so that way we can see. Go this way. We'll go this way. There we go. And from this position, what you will want to do is you take that off and you flip it around and you clip it back into place. And then this top piece, if you can get a hold of it, will come down. And then you can put Dreadnought or any other Titan Master right there. There are other spots to place your Titan Masters, and I will show those in a second. But that's pretty much how they say to make the base, is like that. It's a base. I'm speechless. Oh, I forgot one thing. Here, that goes into the center port. There, that makes a base mode. There you go. Well, anyways, what I was saying is there are other tabs to place Titan Masters. There's one here, there's one here, there's one here, there's one here, which I suggest putting your finger under there if you're gonna place one on there. And I think I might, let me grab this guy because he might be able to see him a little bit better instead of black on black. So you can put him right there. Yeah, you can see him much better. And then you can go right there, or you can go right there. And of course, up here. So yeah, there's places you can place him. And of course, you can attach him to your other bases. If you give me a minute, I will grab one. And there we go. It's not like you can really edit that, so it's not like all of a sudden just slowly appears. But I do have it set up so you can see it a little bit better. So here's the tab on Trypticon, and you got both of these on his feet. So you just attach that right there. And there you go. Now, he does have that tilting right there, so you know it doesn't have to look like that. You can tilt it and pretty much set it up any way you want. And there is, once we got that off, there is actually another port for connecting him to Trypticon. If you look on his back right here, it's very shiny black paint, but that also is a port, or well, I'm just going to call it a port. That also is a port, so that way you can attach him to Trypticon like so. So let me get up and I will turn the whole works for you, so it should be a little bit easier to see. I mean, if you remember my review on this, this guy was huge, and I kind of have him kind of condensed down a little bit, so that way we can do this. But as you can see, he looks pretty good right to the back. And from there you can attach other base modes if you would like. So let's get him off of there, and we'll get Trypticon off of here. See? And that's base mode. So from here, let's take him into bot mode. So you take this off, close this up, take that off. You, right where you have him bent. Well, let's start with the legs. So you take his legs, and you gotta when you do his legs and you pull them out like that, you'll notice that when they're like this, you can't really turn them all the way. So you gotta have it out just a little bit, and then you can turn it around. So that way it goes up real nice. You go down to the feet, and you take the port, put it in there, and this is on a double hinge. That goes up, and you can just leave the heel spur out. I'll show you on this one again. So that goes like there. The port goes there, double hinge that up, and then the heel spur is just like that. And that's what you have. And we will move the camera up so we can see where the rest of it. And from here, you just untab those, move the body up, and if you remember these foil pieces or the air intakes, you gotta put those back up. If you don't, he'll, slip in half again. So you put those back up. This top piece is on a double hinge right here, so you get it out just a little bit, and you can turn it so it's on his back. Turn the helmet as you turn his whole body around. Pull his arms down, and then you flip out his hands. And there we go. That should just about finish him up, don't you think? We forgot Dreadnought. So all you do is just like a 6-shot. Open the top of the helmet, and you plug them in, and you close it up. And there we go. So there we have Titan's Return Overlord with his face Dreadnought. And he's got some sticker decals throughout. Right here, right here, right here. Some of the back this is paint. I didn't show you that before, but that's paint. We got stickers on his there, stickers up his arms. So, really cool. Stickers are awesome. But then we also have our parts forming pieces. He's got his cannon, which you can stick in his hand. And then you got this piece. And with this, what you can do is if you take that, there's inside of here, there's a peg. So you flip that down, you take that peg, and this will go right into here. So it's kind of like a shield. Kind of like a shield. And while I was playing with this guy, I noticed one other thing, and I'm not 100%... Really? I'm not 100% sure what it is, but if you notice on this front part, it actually comes off. And I don't think it's supposed to be like glued on or anything, because if you look right here, you can see the little knobs, and right here you see there, right, the little holes that they go into. So it looks like it's meant to come off, but I'm not sure why. I mean, so if anybody knows, please let me know. Write it in the comments, because I'm really curious as to why they would do that. I mean, if it was supposed to be glued, you would think it would be glued, but it's not like I was pulling on it with excessive force or anything when I noticed it. I just had this open, the cockpit open, and I had this open, and then I noticed these two holes. I'm like, huh. And it just tabs on. So there's got to be a reason that's there. There's got to be a reason. And I'll put that right back on there. And there he is. So yeah, if you guys know what that is, just let me know. I'm really curious. But there's Overlord. So let's get a look at his face. And it looks pretty good in there with the silver. And he's still got that grumpy look to it, but you know, he's a Decepticon. Decepticons are grumpy. As for articulation, his head goes 360 degrees, and his cranial cap opens, but there's really no up or down. There's no up or down that I have found. His arms are at a 360 right there. He's got an upper arm rotation. He's got let's pull that off. He's got a little bit more than a 90-degree bend on his elbow. Nothing going back. His hands are fixed, except for when you can put them in. As for his legs, we'll move his arm up. His legs go all the way up that direction. He's got a slightly less than 90-degree bend at the knee, and going back, it goes all the way back like so. So there, you can also go out, and you can fold him up on himself if you'd like. From that, he's also got an upper leg rotation, which we also use for transformation, just like we use the kneecap for transformation. And he's got ankle tilt, so if you want to get him in a nice little "Hey, how's it going" pose, looks pretty excited there. So there we have him. Oh, I also forgot about this. I don't know how I forgot about this. See these? He's got holes in his chest. That's because this guy is like the last of the one of the last few of the Titans Return line. So just like with the Combiner Wars line, they had oh, who was the last one? Well, I forget who the last one was, but he had kind of a gimmick that went with the Titans Returns. And Overlord has the same gimmick. Now, Power of the Primes is coming out, and what you do is they have power things that you can actually take, and they're like little Titan Masters, and you take them and you plug them in. And see, so for this, I mean, it's obviously it's a face, but and it's not going to close. But when the Power of the Primes comes out, you can take those little power cores and you can slide them right in, and the chest will close right up. And honestly, that's kind of creepy. I mean, how would you like a guy walk up to you and go, "Whoa!" and then he's got faces in there? I mean, that's really creepy. But still cool. Still cool. All right, so how about some comparisons for him? Yeah? Do comparisons? Let's fix his leg right there. All right, who do we have? We can start with a Voyager class. And the kids were playing with them, so give me a second just to quickly fix them up a little bit. Octone, aka Octane. Got him. Sludge Slinger, who is a deluxe class. There you go. We also have a Masterpiece, Red Alert. Pull him off, and let's see, who else could we have? How about Legend class? Cosmos. And just because I want to, he actually really pairs up well with DX9's Terror. I mean, they're almost the same height. So, very cool. I like this guy. I really like this guy. I actually can't wait for the Power of the Primes version of him, because that's when I'll do this review. Then I can compare them. So, there we have him. And there is Titan's Return, Overlord. So, he's a really cool figure. I like him. He's a lot of fun. If you get the chance, pick him up. Especially since he's going to be work with the Power of the Primes series as well. So, thanks for watching. Make sure to click the bell, hit the subscribe, and I will see you next time.